Welcome to Bite at a Time Books Behind the Story, where we answer the questions you have about your favorite classic authors. What inspired your favorite author to write their novels? What was going on in the world at the time? Follow along with us as we tell you what was happening in the world while your favorite authors wrote your favorite classics. My name is Bree Carlile, and I love to read, and wanted to share my passion with listeners like you. If you enjoy our show, be sure to follow the show on your favorite podcast platform so you get all the new episodes. You can find us on all the social medias at Bite at a Time Books or on our website, biteatatimebooksbehindthestory.com, where you can also sign up for our newsletter for more information on who we're talking about and what's coming next for the podcasts. We're part of the Bite at a Time Books Productions Network. If you'd also like to hear a book by the author we are currently featuring, check out the Bite at a Time Books podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. Today we'll be talking about the Llewelyn Davies family. The Llewelyn Davies family played an important part in Barrie's literary and personal life, consisting of Arthur, 1863 to 1907, Sylvia, 1866 to 1910, daughter of George de Marier, and their 5 sons, George, 1893 to 1915, John, Jack, 1894 to 1959, Peter, 1897 to 1960, Michael, 1900 to 1921, and Nicholas, Nico, 1903 to 1980. Barrie became acquainted with the family in 1897, meeting George and Jack and baby Peter with their nurse, nanny, Mary Hodgson, in London's Kensington Gardens. He lived nearby and often walked his St. Bernard dog Porthos in the park. He entertained the boys regularly with his ability to wiggle his ears and eyebrows and with his stories. He did not meet Sylvia until a chance encounter at a dinner party in December. She told Barrie that Peter had been named after the title character in her father's novel, Peter Ibbotson. Barrie became a regular visitor at the Davies household and a common companion to Sylvia and her boys, despite the fact that both he and she were married to other people. In 1901, he invited the Davies family to Black Lake Cottage, where he produced an album of captioned photographs of the boys acting out a pirate adventure entitled The Boy Castaways of Black Lake Island. Barrie had 2 copies made, one of which he gave to Arthur, who misplaced it on a train. The only surviving copy is held at the Bynec Rare Book and Manuscript Library at Yale University. The character of Peter Pan was invented to entertain George and Jack. Barrie would say to amuse them that their little brother Peter could fly. He claimed that babies were birds before they were born. Parents put bars on nursery windows to keep the little ones from flying away. This grew into a tale of a baby boy who did fly away. Arthur Llewelyn Davies died in 1907, and Uncle Jim became even more involved with the Davies family, providing financial support to them. His income from Peter Pan and other works was easily adequate to provide for their living expenses and education. Following Sylvia's death in 1910, Barrie claimed that they had recently been engaged to be married. Her will indicated nothing to that effect, but specified her wish for J.M.B. to be trustee and guardian to the boys, along with her mother Emma, her brother Guy de Marier, and Arthur's brother Compton. It expressed her confidence in Barrie as the boys' caretaker and her wish for the boys to treat him and their uncles with absolute confidence and straightforwardness, and to talk to him about everything. When copying the will informally for Sylvia's family a few months later, Barrie inserted himself elsewhere. Sylvia had written that she would like Mary Hodgson, the boys' nurse, to continue taking care of them, and for Jenny, referring to Hodgson's sister, to come and help her. Barrie instead wrote Jimmy, Sylvia's nickname for him. Barrie and Hodgson did not get along well, but served together as surrogate parents until the boys were grown. Barrie also had friendships with other children, both before he met the Davies boys and after they had grown up, and there has since been unsubstantiated speculation that Barrie was a pedophile. One source of the speculation is a scene in the novel The Little White Bird, in which the protagonist helps a small boy undress for bed, and at the boy's request they sleep in the same bed. However, there's no evidence that Barrie had sexual contact with children, nor that he was suspected of it at the time. Nico, the youngest of the brothers, denied as an adult that Barrie ever behaved inappropriately. "I don't believe that Uncle Jim ever experienced what one might call a stirring in the undergrowth for anyone, man, woman, or child," he stated. He was an innocent, which is why he could write Peter Pan. His relationships with the surviving Davies boys continued well beyond their childhood and adolescence. The Peter Pan statue in Kensington Gardens, erected secretly overnight for May morning in 1912, was supposed to be modeled upon old photographs of Michael dressed as the character. However, the sculptor Sir George Frampton used a different child as a model, leaving Barrie disappointed with the result. "It doesn't show the devil in Peter," he said. Barrie suffered bereavements with the boys, losing the two to whom he was closest in their early 20s. George was killed in action in 1915 in the First World War. Michael, with whom Barrie corresponded daily while at boarding school and university, drowned in 1921 with his friend Rupert Buxton at a known danger spot at Sandford Loch near Oxford, 1 month short of his 21st birthday. Some years after Barrie's death, Peter compiled his morgue from family letters and papers, interpolated with his own informed comments on his family and their relationship with Barrie. Peter died in 1960 by throwing himself in front of an underground train at Sloane Square Station. Thank you for joining Bite at a Time Books Behind the Story today, while we answered some of the questions you have about one of your favorite classic authors. Again, my name is Bree Carlile, and I hope you join us next time when we answer more questions about one of your favorite classic authors. If you enjoyed our show, be sure to follow us so you get all the new episodes. We would also love for you to drop us a rating on your favorite podcast platform. You can catch us on all the social medias at Bite at a Time Books, or check out our website, biteatatimebooksbehindthestory.com, where you can sign up for our newsletter. Our show is part of the Bite at a Time Books Productions Network. If you would also like to hear a story by the author we are currently featuring, check out the Bite at a Time Books podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, or on biteatatimebooks.com.